Before we dive into the first topic, Mel, I just want to get your take on how you feeling about the 30th year 2026 edition of the WNBA. Like, what vibes are you picking up?
They're legit they're good. I mean, here's the deal. I was around, of course, when the WNBA started, but I was not a fan, nor was I as intrigued in the league until recently. Like not recently, but in the last like 8, 6, 7 years is when I really got started in enjoying the league. And it's great to see how much it's evolved just in that amount of time. Um, but it's great. I mean, I can't wait for more expansion. I feel like we're seeing talent, like in these, especially in the fire in the temple. We're seeing talent on these teams that was just getting put aside on someone's bench before. Now we're getting to see them like explode for these teams. They're doing well. They're not the bottom of the league either. So when we get to more franchises and more franchises that are expanding, it's going to be interesting to see how it goes because we're getting talent that people aren't seeing in college because they're coming from overseas, just like the NBA. So it's going to be exciting to see how it continues on from 30 plus.
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait for the other teams to come in the fold, starting with the Houston Comics next season. That's going to be exciting. But let's go ahead and go over first topic. Looking at the team, you got Angel Reese coming in, making an impact right away with her double prowess. And then you got Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard. Both of them are averaging 19 points per game apiece. And this team is sitting at the top towards like total offense and defense, and they're number one in steals. No, last year I thought there would be a team that can make a sneaky run in the playoffs, possibly get to the finals. Obviously, they didn't get to the finals, but with this year's edition, do you think they finally have arrived as that title contender in the WNBA?
I feel like they've been. I feel like last year they were a contender or could have been a contender for the playoffs. Obviously they did good. The thing is, Alicia Gray, she is phenomenal. We've always known she was phenomenal. I think we're just seeing even more ability from her in this season. I mean, Angel's great. I don't think the difference maker is Angel on this team, but you've got the Jordan Canadas, Naz Hillmans, like Alicia, yeah, Ryan Howard, like you said, and then they got that Ocott girl from South Carolina, the rookie, like, just you got and they got Pow Pow there still, and I feel like Pow Pow still hasn't gotten the time that she deserves, but there's so many factors there, and I feel like they're healthy, which is good. A lot of teams right now are not healthy, and that's the other issue is that, I'm playing in my fantasy league, and there's so many players that are always out, it's ridiculous, so I feel like they're someone to watch for. Do I think they'd win it necessarily? I don't know, but I definitely think that they're putting up and, we're still early in the season too. We're still like, we're not even to All-Star weekend yet.
Right, right. And first of all, poor Pow Pow. Did you? I know you saw that video, that crossover, Kelsey Mitchell.
Yeah.
Oh my! Oh,
Got
both
her. Both them
ankles.
ankles. Both
Oh,
ankles, yeah.
oh, at the same time too. Like just just turn
Listen, I
inwards.
got bad ankles, so I felt that internally. So
Right.
I know there was pain there. I could feel it.
Yeah, I injured my right ankle severely a couple years ago. So yeah, I definitely understand that. But you said that you don't think they're ready to win the title. Yeah, what more do you have to see from this team in order for you to change your mind and elevate them?
I don't think it's what more do I need to see. They're still kinda young, and the Dreamer's still a little young. Not necessarily youngest, but I just don't know if that team could go 7 games with a Liberty or a Aces when it comes down to playoffs or finals. I'm not sure. I'm saying that now. Again, beginning of the season, what is it? We played like 16, 17 games. I don't know if I can put the whole playoff chat in on what I've seen so far.
Yeah, I think they're like right now they're a second tier team. Uh, like you said, I would put the Aces and the Liberty at that tier one as the top two favorites to win the championship this season. I think they still got a couple years to develop and be able to capture that championship. Like I could see it in the near future, but I think the competition at the top right now is definitely stiff. And we're gonna talk about them in a minute, but I think the Minnesota Lynx will fall third on that list. And like you said, speaking of injuries, they don't even have Feast back yet.
I love the Lynx. Olivia Miles, man. I cannot wait to see her in person. Like I have plans to hopefully be at the Aces game in Minnesota, and then I'm trying to catch her over the 4th weekend too when I'm there. So, and when they come here. I just feel like
Oh yeah.
she's one of those talents that we're gonna be in awe of for so long. The way remember that clip of Ozzy Fudd when she was getting on court with, I think it might have been the Aces, and she was kinda just walking around like, "Hey,
Mhm.
hi," like, when they're starting the game for tip-off, because she wasn't sure, like, "What do you do? Like, do you shake hands with everybody? Do you say hello? Like, what do you do?" Like
Right.
like, she was new, she had, green eyes, she was fresh. Olivia Miles came into the league and was like, boom, ready to go. She put her shoes on and is flying like she's been there for the last 5 years. Like, she is
Mhm.
impressive, impressive.
Impressive. Impressive. And that's a perfect segue to our next topic. We're gonna talk about the Minnesota Lynx and Olivia Miles. Let's just go ahead and talk about Olivia Miles right now. She's 12th in the league in scoring. She leads the team in scoring. She's having a phenomenal rookie season. I think she's running away with rookie of the year. And she's raising the bar. He said, Caitlin Clark, okay, rookie of the year came in, showed us what you do. Then Paige Beckers the following season elevated that. And now we got Olivia Miles. I know she's been impressive her whole time. It's college, in Notre Dame, TCU. We know that, but are you surprised that she has made this transition rather quickly into the pro game and been playing, like you said, playing like a vet, like she been there before?
I don't think so. I feel like, we saw her play, in college, and she's was pretty dominant. I mean, the thing is that you never know because you see a lot of players that dominate in college that don't seem to either get that starting role because of a team they've been drafted to, or maybe they're still getting, like, worked out, or they're still, kind of coming off the bench. But I feel like with Minnesota, how that she's just been able to fit in there. I mean, she took like, I wanna say probably like, Tasha Heideman's spot, and I think she's excelled. Like, they had a space that they needed, and she got to get right in there and start playing. I think anyone that is if they like WNBA or not, some people that have been new fans, you'll see their, stories or their Instagrams, and they're just, like, in awe of, like, what she's doing and how she's going about this basketball game. She's just amazing, and she's talking smack like the best of them. Like, she's out there talking smack like she's Taurasi or something, so it's good for her.
Yeah, right. I hope she get a deal, endorsement deal where she have her own the goggles and everything. Like I hope she can get that off. But I to answer the question, I am surprised that she's been like low key dominant, if you want to call it that, this early in the season. Always, give rookies a pass. It's just tough transitioning into the pro game. And we see the WNBA is a physical league. You're gonna get roughed up, etc. But for her to come in and just putting people on skates. I was watching, I forgot who they playing. I was watching because she was making these passes, like these dimes. I remember one of she made with her off shooting hand, her left hand. I think it was to Natasha Howard. I think she missed it, but she just zipped it in there. I'm in awe right now. And then she basically doing the same thing as she was doing in college into the pro game. Like I said, I think she's
Yes.
running away. Yeah, I think she's running away with rookie of the year. She clearly was the best player in the draft. I think AC Flood got picked
Absolutely.
because
Hands
yeah.
down.
Yeah, I think AC Bud went number one because, the hype coming out of the national championship year.
Sure.
You got that camaraderie page. You can't really turn that down. But Olivia, Olivia just mind blowing. But we talked about we talked about Nafisa Collier already, and she's going to return, but she's still weeks away. And the thing about this is the Minnesota Lynx, they playing basically how they were playing last year with her. Tom Brady defensively, having a great offense, balanced scoring. But of course, that dynamic gonna change when Feast return because she's gonna command the ball. She's a 20-point scorer. She MVP finalist. Uh, do you think they'll remain competitive with her back? Or do you think they'll like take some steps back or will take like maybe like a few weeks to adjust with her being in the starting lineup and being or her being a focal point?
I mean, the thing with Fee is I don't think she cares to be the focal point. Like she wants to win. She wants a championship. And I feel like she's more like, she's a mother, she's a mother and she kind of like this is her team. She's a motherly figure on the team. I feel for her like the thing is having a true point guard isn't gonna take away from what she's doing. I mean, look at Chelsea Gray and Asia Wilson, like, that's what I think of, like, Olivia Miles said that Chelsea Gray was like her point guard, Hall of Fame, MJ status for her, and I feel like when you see them playing like that, like, I feel like it's gonna only make Fee's game even better, which is hard to say because she's great, but having that kind of point guard who's throwing you no-look passes or dishes off the side or whatever else, like, you can't I think that's all she could ask for.
No, yeah, 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 I get it. I thought the Lynx were missing like a point guard or that point guard S type of player. Looking at their roster last year to this year, and with Olivia Miles there, sky's the limit, I think. But chemistry is a thing. They're gonna have to get that down. I think it's going to be like maybe some rough patches, but with feedback, they're definitely a title contender. I think they can really win the championship. I think they can beat either the Aces or Liberty if it come down to it. I think they have that type of team, and they're kind of under the pressure of doing it because they were so dominant in the first half of last season, and they should have done it, but they fell off. But I think they got that one player that can push them over the edge. If not this year, then definitely next year.
Yeah, I mean, they're good. I mean, hands down. That's all. I mean, the thing is we're seeing a lot more wealth of talent spread over the teams. Like, there's not just like, 2 great teams and a bunch of crappy teams. Like, there's really are I mean, at any point, depending on injury, depending on, your schedule, you could be winning in 5 or 6 games in a row, or you could be losing 6 games in a row because it's just like that right now. There's just decent talent. There's great talent on teams, and I think that's what makes it really good right now for this season and for the future seasons when we get to, what is it, 16, 17, 18 teams or
Hopefully they can keep it up. I think I've been saying this before. I say it again. I think I have family ties to Nafisa Collier, so I'm always going to cheer for her to win her title.
we're gonna get you a Collier, jersey
Oh
and
hell
that.
yeah, hell yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Hopefully she don't switch teams because that's kind of annoying. Let's talk about another impact player, another team. That's Caitlin Clark in the Indiana Fever. I definitely want to get your take because it's been a yo-yo. If y'all know what yo-yos is, the things that go up and down, it's on the string and everything. That's for our younger people that's watching right now. Um, she's averaging, a career high 20 something points per game this season, but the efficiency is still at questions. She's shooting around 43%, just shades under it. I think she leads the league in turnovers, which I think she has done that her first 2 seasons, or she's been towards the top. But also on the other side, having 8 assists. The record overall is not great. I think it's below the expectations of what I have them because they have a stacked team. We're just talking about Kelsey Mitchell putting people on ice on with, and then you have a great big down there in Leah Boston, but
Mhm.
I don't know how to grade this team. First of all, Caitlin Clark, how you think she's doing in year 3?
I mean, I think the issue is that people had her blowing up out of college. Like she did phenomenal in college and she got in and she wasn't meeting the points per game that she was getting in college. And so people were like, oh, like like her true clan of fans. Um pun on the word, where are, they will stick by her no matter what, but the fans that are true WNBA fans were kinda like, "Oh, well, this ain't the same as what we were seeing in college, and, is she gonna be able to cross over and do this in the league?" The thing is, like, she's done better than last year. That's all you can ask for is improvement. She's
Mhm,
improved from last year. She's also got a better team around her this year than she has in the previous 2. I just feel like also the way her not her aura, but just the way she carries herself makes her really easy to dislike or
mm,
hate. She's kinda like one of those bad girls on the court, like, always is, she's always complaining, she's always wanting a foul, she's always trying to give a foul, she's hooking a lot, she's pushing off, I mean, she's traveling, like, things we see that I think make it easy for us to be like, "Ugh, I don't like her. Oh, this," but she's still a great talent. She's got talent. If you just watch some of the games, yeah, like, she has turnovers, but she has amazing passes. She
mhm.
makes great shots. She sees the court well. She has great court vision. It's just, you know I think a lot of the negativity surrounding her comes from people that just don't like how she acts or how she is on court or just who her fan base is. They would hope to hear more from her, but I don't think she'll ever be the person that addresses the public on anything else other than basketball.
No, yeah, yeah, I feel that. I knew coming out of Iowa for her, she wasn't gonna have that same impact, at least not in year 1, and one thing I did point to was, the physicality. I said this from year 1 to year 2 that she needs to get stronger, putting that work in the gym because 'cause they're gonna get after her, and we saw in year 1, I think she was unfairly, like, roughed up. I think, the narrative was like she's
They
supposed to
were
be.
they were, "Hey, rookie. Hey, rookie. Hey,
Yeah, yeah.
rookie." Yeah.
Yeah, but they just really, they really doubled down on that when it comes to her because everybody was pointing her as, like, the savior of the WNBA and her quote unquote saving the league, which me and you already know there's plenty of talent outside of Caitlin Clark
Mm.
that needs that respect. But uh I don't like sometimes I don't like comparing WNBA players to NBA players, but I just can't help but think that she reminds me of Trey Young so much. Both of them do pretty much both of them pretty much do the same thing, and both of them have the same flaws, like, she's not that good defensively, she doesn't have that physical stature to stand up in front of people defensively. She's gonna have high turnovers because she's gonna have the ball in her hands a lot. You can contribute that factor to her averaging 5 turnovers a season so far, or 5 turnovers a game, I should say, and she's going to shoot either hot from deep or she's going to be ice cold. And I think, yeah, we seen her go like 4 for 18 or 3 for 16 or something like that. And it's just not good. Like her highs are very high and her lows are still very, very low. And I think that's the part that she needs to fix the lows. Like, yes, she does make amazing passes, but gotta cut down on the turnovers, especially if you're gonna have the ball in your hands. Um, Gotta find a way to get inside a little bit and, get off a floater or like get to the elbows or get to the free throw area and get some tools. I still think mid range is a vital part of scoring, and she still has to develop that. But like you said, there are some improvements, but um, it's just I think I'm kind of disappointed in the team success. Like I don't know how this team can kinda get over that hump a little bit.
There's a lot of talent on that team, and you just would not know it by either sometimes the scores or their record, like, Boston, like you said, Kelsey Mitchell, even Sophie, like, it's just I don't know if it's just the way they're being coached. I don't know if it's, inner turmoil or inner workings. They seem to work together fine, but I don't know if there's something else happening there. I don't know if it's the water in Indiana. I'm not sure what's happening because I don't understand. I don't you think that they're gonna be like a top runner, and so far we don't see top runner status. But I mean, again, we're still early in the season. We're
Yeah, for
literally
sure.
like a third ish, maybe a third way there.
Yeah, something
Maybe
like that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I did see that people think maybe Stephanie is the problem coach, the head coach. Do you think so? Do you think how you think she's been in the Caden Clark era?
Um, I don't know. I can't say I like her or I dislike her. I mean, she's not one of my top coaches that I would want to coach in my squad, but I think she's also the coach that maybe is best to handle the whole Caitlin Clark phenomenon
The
is she
phenomenon.
kind of
There you
just
go.
yeah, because she's not, she's not she's not getting into it. She's not, making it more disruptive. She's not putting more focus on her. She just kind of helps keep it mellow. But I don't know. You put all those same people on a different team or a different coach, and maybe things change, or maybe is Caitlin the problem?
Mm.
Maybe Indiana's the problem. Let's start there.
Well, do you have something against Indiana? This is like your third shot at them.
I mean, I've never been a Pacers fan, I'll start
Mm.
there. I can't say I've ever been a Colts fan, so maybe it is Indiana. Maybe there's something in the water and I've never been to
Oh man.
Indiana either, so maybe that's the problem. Like Sophie Cunningham they actually arrested a guy from Indiana who was been charged with stalking her. Like, was Sophie getting stalked in Phoenix? No, but come to Indiana and now she's getting stalked. So I'm just saying. Prove me
Uh,
wrong on if Indiana might be the problem. Maybe it's
all
the
right.
state. Maybe
The
it's the
state of
state now.
Indiana is on the hot seat. The state of Indiana is on the hot seat. Uh, I I kind of think it's like maybe like internal or mentality with this team. I think one thing for sure Caitlin Clark got to fix is like I think she got to stop whining a little bit.
Oh man,
Like you,
it's just too
like
much.
yeah, like you're going to get
It's like every
I
play.
yeah, like I understand like you getting messed up out there, but every like you said every time you gotta
It
just
would
suck
be
it up.
different if she wasn't throwing these same punches on the other side of the court.
Mm,
Like, I get it.
mm.
Like, but you're doing the same thing on the other end. Why 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 is it a foul on you, but not a foul when you do it? So, I don't know. I just feel like here's the deal, the league is also getting more aggressive. Like, we saw, like, the whole 5 text between Mercury and the Fever, was it yesterday, before? Like, that was
Mhm.
wild. Like, the teams are getting more aggressive because I feel like people are starting to really invest in their team, their teammates. They're sticking up for each other. They're playing harder. You know, I don't know. It's great ball. It's great ball. People wanted to see women dunk. Well, now you're getting to see women in like the 80s, 90s NBA where you're getting throwing around bows and you're getting punches and pushing around. So I'm enjoying it.
This is the end of the Around the W here on Stacey on Sports. I am Stacey Carter II, joined by Mel Ferris all the way in Vegas and from Seattle. From Seattle. They're just taking over the West Coast over there. Follow us on social media at Stacey on Sports. Mel, where can we follow you at?
At Girl Chat Sports. We ain't done a show for a little while, but we'll do it again one day. So at Girl Chat Sports, you can follow us there.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're gonna keep on marching forward with the WNBA season. Hopefully, we can have Mel back soon. All Star coming up, and it's gonna get down to the wire very soon. Teams gonna start turning up and start getting healthy. But till next time, y'all take it easy. This is Around the W on Stacey on Sports.